Hello friends, a very happy morning to all of you. From today onwards, we are going to start a new initiative of discussing the articles from the newspaper Indian Express. So, without wasting much time, let's begin with the news. The first news we will cover here is regarding the development of the naval base at the Assumption Island. First of all, let's see the locations where this island is located. Assumption Island is located in the Indian Ocean, which is east of Africa. First of all, also see the locations of other islands because we all know that UPSC has a trend of asking some questions regarding arrangement. In this context, it might be asked that arrange the islands from north to south or east to west. This is the Assumption Island. Above it we have Seychelles, then the Maldives, Diogrecia, Agalega Islands, Mauritius, and Madagascar. See these locations, they all are located to the Indian Ocean. And from this, we can say that Seychelles and Assumption Island have a very strategic importance for India. Let's move towards the news. The question may arise that why Seychelles is important to India. Then we have 3 to 4 points to quote here. First of all, Assumption Island have a very strategic location in the Indian Ocean with the India's context. Second, India is keen to expand its footprint in the strategic key region of this Indian Ocean. Thirdly, the geostrategic vision of maintaining peace, security, and stability in the strategic location of the Indian Ocean is of prior importance. And the last one is we can also have the access for the movement of non-military commercial vehicles and their identification if the naval base at such a location is being established. So that's all for this news. We will move towards the next news. The next news is regarding to the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank meeting which will be going to held in India on 26 June. First of all, let's see some basics about Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. This bank was formed in 2016. This is typically a regional investment bank, and one most important point to remember in this regard is that the name suggests ancient, but it contains both the countries from Pacific as well as from Asian. So just remember this point. And another point that its headquarters is in Beijing. The news here was as the meeting is going to held in India, it serves very important purpose. We'll see first of all the basics. The article here quotes that it gives example of the Tata Powers and IFCs, the International Financial Corporation. International Financial Corporation has given loan to Tata Powers for developmental projects. But what has happened? This has caused the extensive damage to the local ecosystems and the livelihoods of the fisher folks and the farmers. But the irony here is that both IFC and Tata Power have internal mechanisms to monitor social and environmental impacts of the project. But these have not given this priority for them, or else they have kept this at the lower pace. Instead of handling an empowerment down to the bottom level of the pyramid, the bottom level is asking to abolish the upper levels. Or else we can say that the local activists or the groups are trying to mobilize or create the pressure on them to carry out the environmental impact assessment or to establish the projects which will not harm the environment. To have the sustainable infrastructural projects, the World Bank has also laid down that they will not give loan to the projects which have coal based implementations. Likewise, If Asian Investment Infrastructure Bank does, this can prove to be an historic movement. Also, India's Sagarmala project is designed to provide rapid connectivity through a steering of ports across the 14 coastal economic zones. The perspective and priorities of communities are treated as incidental. This shows that the trickle down of the economic activity generated by these investments has lagged somewhere. But this also shows that the experiences and the standards set higher for the Asian infrastructure banks are somewhere low as compared to the other institutions such as World Bank Group, as we discussed earlier. So, if this meeting, which is going to held first ever meeting in India, can prove to be of historical significance, if this leads to the willingness look at the future at the wider lenses. And one more thing which we can add here is that if these such projects are backed by the power of having the comments of both or views of both the one who have the collective exercise involvement or the one who have the power to say the truth. That means it must be a collective exercise involving those in power and those speaking the truth. It means that the lower level, which is forcing or acting as a pressurized group to involve such activities which are not accepted by the infrastructural project companies. So, this was all for today. Thank you, and your precious feedback is welcome in the comment sections.